guys, welcome back to my channel. We will be discussing the very hot topic in regards to T.I. and Tiny Harris. This is a topic that I have been disregarding because it's really deep and I've just really been avoiding it. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me to do this topic, to speak on it, to give my thoughts and my opinions. I will try my best. This is going to be something new for me. I haven't done this yet. So let's just see how this goes. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. So let's get into it. This is from the New York Times. I'm just going to read through a little bit and then shed my opinion on some of what is being discussed or read in this article. It says, weeks after accusations of sexual abuse and assault against the rapper T.I. and his wife Tiny, Tamika Harris, started circulating on social media, a lawyer has approached law enforcement authorities in 2 states seeking criminal inquiries on behalf of 11 people who said they were victimized by the couple or members of their entourage. 4 women have accused the celebrity pair of drugging and sexually assaulting them, including 2 instances of rape that were said to have occurred in Georgia and California. According to the letters sent on February 19th by the lawyer Tyrone A. Blackburn to state and federal prosecutors in both states. Similar letters were sent to the attorneys general in those states. Mr. Blackburn, a New York-based lawyer, said that the eerily similar experiences spanned more than a decade. Beginning in 2005, the most recent allegation of sexual abuse occurred in 2017 or 2018, he said. None of the women involved know one another, but describe sexual abuse, forced ingestion of illegal narcotics, kidnapping, terroristic threats, and false imprisonment at the behest of T.I. and Mrs. Harris and their associates or employees, Mr. Blackburn wrote. His letters also included instances of non-sexual intimidation, assault, and harassment. A lawyer for T.I. and Ms. Harris said that the couple deny in the strongest possible terms these baseless and unjustified allegations. That sounds something like T.I. would say. We fully expect that if these claims are thoroughly and fairly investigated, no charges will be forthcoming, the lawyer, Steve Sado, said in a statement on Friday. These allegations are nothing more than the continuation of a sordid shakedown campaign that began on social media and now attempts to manipulate the press and misuse the justice system. Mr. Blackburn's letters called on the officials to investigate the behavior of T.I. and Atlanta superstar born Clifford J. Harris Jr. and Mrs. Harris, also known as Tiny, a member of the R&B group Escape, in order to tackle and end the stream of depravity being committed. Most of his clients were referred to anonymously in the letters, Mr. Blackburn wrote, because they were in fear for their lives and safety, citing T.I.'s reputation as a powerful man who has been convicted in the past of federal weapon charges. I do remember that. However, the lawyer added, my clients and their witnesses are prepared to speak with investigators and prosecutors from your office. Several of the women are interested in pursuing criminal cases against T.I. and Ms. Harris, Mr. Blackburn said in an interview, but they are running up against the statutes of limitation in some instances, which is really sad. And I wish that a lot of women that go through these situations would speak up a lot sooner. However, I can't tell someone when to speak about their pain. So it is what it is. Mr. Blackburn said he sent letters seeking criminal investigations to the offices of the U.S. attorneys for the Northern Districts of Georgia and the Central District of California, the Los Angeles County District Attorney, and the State Attorneys General of California and Georgia. He said that he had received notifications that they had been delivered. On Monday, the Georgia Attorney General's office said the letter had been received. The other law enforcement officials either declined to comment or said that they could not confirm receipt of the letters. All right, so now we're about to go in and discuss one of the alleged victims, okay? It says, a military veteran, a former friend turned assistant, an exotic dancer, and a teenage intern at T.I. studio and record label Grand Hustle were among the accusers, the lawyer's letter said. The New York Times has spoken with 5 people the letter said were drugged, raped, or sexually assaulted by the Harrises or those in their orbit, along with multiple individuals, including friends or family members, who said they were told of those episodes soon after, often within days. In 3 of the cases, the Times also reviewed messages or photos that supported their timeline of events. In interviews, the woman portrayed the rapper and his wife as aggressors who deployed drugs, alcohol, money, and their celebrity status to prey on and entrap women for sexual abuse, and then threatened violence against anyone who might speak out. The veteran, who served 5 years in the Air Force, said she met the couple in Los Angeles in 2005. She and a friend had been whisked into the VIP section of a club where the pair, not yet married, were holding court, the military veteran recalled in an interview. Ms. Harris soon offered the women a taste of her drink, and they tried it, she said. The veteran also ordered one drink from the VIP bar, she said, an amaretto sour, her standard cocktail, and the only other thing she'd knowingly consumed that night. Wow. This is why you don't just accept drinks from anybody, celebrity or not. Anyway, within hours, the 2 friends were sick, woozy, and vomiting. They both said in separate interviews. The military veteran, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to protect her family, came to believe that she had been drugged, she said. Once she became incapacitated, she said T.I. and Ms. Harris then raped her in a hotel room. The veteran's friend said in a separate interview that she had observed the woman leave the club with T.I. and Ms. Harris, and recalling hearing details of the encounter the next morning as they drove home in shock. For the veteran, who was 23 at the time, it was a life-altering trauma, she said. This picture of them is from 2009. In a video posted on Instagram last month, when other similar accounts of abuse surfaced, T.I. called all of his sexual interactions consensual. He said that they never drugged anyone against their will, held anyone against their will, or made anyone do anything. Do you guys believe that? Write down in the comments. As a regional street rapper turned pop star, actor, and community leader, T.I., 40 years old, has enjoyed one of the more dramatic narrative arcs in hip-hop history, reinventing himself as a civil rights activist and elder statesman in music after repeated arrests involving drugs and firearms earlier in his life and career. Yeah, you know, you can't talk too much about leading Black people in the right direction and waking them up. The people above, the elite, will definitely come to take you down eventually. That's a whole nother topic we could get into. But hey, let's just keep going. On several occasions, T.I. forced her to take multiple ecstasy pills, and the duo forced her to engage in sexual acts with different women against her will, Mr. Blackburn wrote. She has personally witnessed women complaining of being kidnapped and held against their will for days at a time. In an interview with The Times, the woman said that she never approached the authorities because she was scared of what would happen to her and her family. In a separate interview, the woman's mother said she recalled her daughter coming home from traveling with the couple, seeming shaken and distraught, saying that she had not slept for days. In the years that followed, the woman's mother said her daughter opened up witnessing drugging and sexual assault by T.I. and Ms. Harris on multiple occasions. Wow, that's crazy. For the military veteran, the night took a turn when T.I. and Ms. Harris invited her and a few others to join them when they left the club, she said, believing they were going to continue the party elsewhere. She recalled going along willingly. Wow, you just really have to be careful with these people. Instead, they went into a hotel room where the other guests were quickly asked to leave, according to the lawyer's letter. And the woman began to suffer the effects of whatever she'd ingested, though she'd consumed less than 2 drinks, the letter said. Her friend from whom she'd been separated never made it to the room. She was throwing up in the lobby restroom. She said in an interview. According to the letter, Ms. Harris suggested that the military veteran freshen up and brought her to the bathroom where the woman, intoxicated and overwhelmed, allowed Ms. Harris to undress and bathe her and T.I. So she bathed, Tiny bathed T.I. and the girl. Wow. By the time they got back to her bed, all 3 people were naked and the veteran began vomiting, the letter said. The letter said T.I. then attempted to put his foot in her vajayjay. Okay. She told him no, the letter said. The woman recalled T.I. laughing at her for throwing up and him leaving to retrieve condoms. The next thing she remembers, the letter continued, was waking up naked on the couch with a towel thrown over her with a very sore vajayjay. A security guard was banging on the door telling her to leave, she recalled. The woman fled. When her friend picked her up, she recounted the rest of her night. They said in separate interviews. At home, the woman made a beeline for the bath, scrubbing her body with soap and tied with bleach, she said. She was too embarrassed to go to a doctor, she said, but later self-treated for an infection. This whole part of the thing just really messed me up. Like the whole foot thing and laughing at her while she was vomiting. Like that is very demonic. I'm just trying to picture and imagine that whole thing. Like I couldn't imagine 23 years old going through such a traumatic experience. Wow, just because you wanted to hang with celebrities. Oh my goodness. Whew, y'all, this is it's a lot to this, and apparently more of them have come forth. More victims and accusers have come forth. Now, this is a rough one for me. I really don't know what's going to happen to T.I. and Tiny. I feel bad for their family, like their kids and everything. But if they did do this, which I have heard over the years that they do involve themselves in extracurricular activities, and I'm not no one to judge, but to abuse people and drug them and rape them allegedly is a totally different thing. Now, you can do whatever you want to do in your bedroom. That's on you. But as far as drugging and abusing these people, allegedly, I'm not here for it. The details just from that one victim just really took me out, because I'm like, if they did this to all of these people that are accusing them of these things, I hope that they're getting therapy if this is all true, because I just can't imagine going through such a thing. And then they would like throw a towel over them and like force them to leave the morning after. I also read that they, on a couple of occasions, they supplied morning after pills for the women, made them take the morning after pill before they would leave, I guess just to ensure that they were not pregnant by T.I., I'm assuming, or whoever's in their crew. It's just really a sad situation. I don't know, but I just wanted to stop by really quickly and just give you my thoughts on this whole situation. Now, I could go deeper and speak on the Sabrina Peterson girl and Shekinah running her mouth, talking too much. I could go deeper with this, but I'm not sure if I have the energy. But if you guys are interested in me continuing to speak on celebrity topics or this topic in general, please write down in the comments and let me know. I would be more than happy to please you guys, okay? So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This was really a hard video to do, just because the details like are so disgusting. But anyways, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I love and appreciate you guys so much. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Thanks for being here for the tea.